How's it going, YouTube? This is my first video. My name's Fernando. This is gonna be a gun channel. Don't mind me if the video's all over the place. I'm a little camera shy. Hopefully I get over that pretty soon. Today we are going to be doing an unboxing of a SIG. This is one of my first purchases for a concealed carry. I bought a SIG Sauer P365 Xmacro. So just to let you guys know, this gun I've already fired it. This is my EDC, so it comes with a hard plastic gray box with the SIG logo right there on the front. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me show you guys everything that comes in the box. And I will make sure that it's empty just so you guys are not hating on me in the comments. So there you go. This is the SIG. I got the 2A edition, so I got the Coyote Tan. So you guys can see it is clear. Okay. So this gun does come with 3 magazines. Comes with 3 17-round magazines. Here, I'll show you guys. So there's one that comes in the gun, 2, 3. It does come with back straps. The gun does come with the medium size back strap on there, but if you wanna have if you have bigger hands, or if you have smaller hands, you can change that depending on your size. Me personally, I like this back strap right here. It fits my hands perfectly. I don't have big hands, I don't have small hands. To do the back straps, it's pretty simple. You just have these little pins right here. You pop them out with a punch, and this whole piece from right here down will like all slide off, and you just change out those back straps and pick your size or whatever. They say it right there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not aiming at myself, but it says medium. The other one says small and large. And then you just pop those back in. It's pretty nice. The gun also does come with a challenge coin. It says SIG right here on the front, SIG Sauer. And on the back it shows it says "We the People." It says Second Amendment, U.S. Constitution, in defense of the rights to keep and bear arms. That's pretty cool. I just like that. Came with it. Other stuff that does come in the box. You do get, let me see. By the way, it is a foam box on the inside. You get your gun lock, which nobody uses. Let's be honest. I have a safe, so I don't need it. You get a little sticker. It says SIG, which is pretty nice. I'll probably put that on my safe. You get their safety manual. It says safety instructions and warranty information. So you probably get warranty on this too from SIG directly. Just scan that QR code right there. And that's pretty much it. Simple. I like it. It comes with everything you need. So there are a couple different topics I want to cover on this SIG right here. First, let's talk about the slide serrations. It has nice slide serrations. I don't know if you guys can see that too well. I feel like they're pretty deep and grippy. I feel like if it ever comes down to it, you have wet hands in the rain, or some red Kool-Aid on your hands, I feel like you could get a nice grip on there, front and back. Press check, all that type of good stuff. Iron sights. These iron sights are glow in the dark, or I don't know what you want to call them. They're X-ray sights. I'll show you those really quickly. So the front is like a green, and the back are blacked out, but they still glow in the dark, even the back ones. They look really nice though. I like this gun a lot. But yeah, what else? The grip. The grip is really nice. It's a full-size grip, I would say. I don't know if you guys can see. Get all my fingers wrapped around there really nicely. That's without the mag in it. The mag, it's not perfectly flush. However, I feel like it really doesn't bother me. Yeah, I'll probably throw a mag wall in there eventually, but the grip fits all my fingers, fits nice. The texture is not too rough, not too soft. I feel like it's nice. When I do conceal carry this, it really doesn't bother or irritate my stomach at all. I feel like it fits in the hands just right. That is my full grip on there. I like the beaver tail right here. The trigger guard it's alright. It's not too big, not small. I feel like it's just right. You might be able to use gloves with this if you shoot with gloves on. This gun is comped. I don't know if you guys know, but so there's 2 holes right there. That's to let the gases out of the top when you're shooting. Helps keep the gun a little bit more flat instead of kicking up all the way. It kind of just like, rocks up a little bit. But I really like the way this gun shoots. The barrel length is actually a 3.1 inch barrel. So this overall slide is the overall gun length is a 6.6 inch length. However, the barrel doesn't come all the way to the end. It stops right there, right under that front iron sight. So if I rack this back, you can see that barrel right there. There's no holes in it. But yeah, I feel like that comp definitely does help, just in keeping a little bit of the felt recoil down a little bit. So let's talk about the rail next. The rail is a 1913 rail, which is nice for adding on, lights, lasers, and stuff like that. Me personally, I have a TLR7 sub, the X sub. I just haven't put it on yet because, like I said, I had the Springfield Hellcat Pro before this, and the mounting system, the jaw clamps, I think they're called, they're not the exact same. So Hellcat Pro has a Picatinny rail, and it just fits differently. So I did reach out to Streamlight for the keys and the different jaw clamps for a SIG. So this is the light that I have right here. Yeah, it's a TLR7X sub from Streamlight. It's really nice, but so right here is the little insert that I need differently from Streamlight, and then the clamps right here so that it'll fit on better. So this little notch right here, it's just not wide enough for this rail. So I don't know if you guys can see, I tried putting it on there and it fits, but when you go to shoot, it kind of like rocks back and forth. So it kind of messed up like that, the frame of the gun a little bit. Not too much, but just so you guys know, this is a polymer frame gun. So yeah, that's pretty much, it's really durable plastic. At the top is metal. But yeah, the rail is really nice. I'm just waiting to get that in from Streamlight so I can throw that on there and it'll be really nice. This gun does come optic cut. It is, I believe it's cut for RMSC optic cut. If you guys don't know, the optic cut is right here. This is basically just so you can put an optic on top, and they have different cutouts. Like I said, this one specifically is RMSC. There's other ones like 507K footprint, 407K, Delta Point. Yeah, just different. Anyways, but yeah, this one is RMSC, and I feel like that's pretty nice. pretty easy to take on and off. So this plate comes off. This plate is actually metal. So I don't know if you guys know, but like Glock, they give you plastic plates. SIG gives you a metal plate. You just take out these 2 screws right here and you throw on your optic that's cut out for it. And yeah, I feel like that's nice for the price point that this gun is at, that you get all these features. I paid just over $900 for this gun. You can get the regular black one for, I believe, like $850 right now plus tax. So I paid pretty much like $50 more. This is considered an compact gun. So just in comparison with my hands, you kind of see how that looks. A little bit bigger than my hands. Like I said, my hands aren't too small, they're not too big. Yeah, this is compact. The width, let's talk about the width. So the width of this gun, I don't know if you can tell, but it's only an inch, 1.1 inch wide, and the overall length, like I said, is 6.6 inches, and the height, I believe, is like 5.5. Yeah, 5.5 inches tall. So yeah, it's a really nice size gun. I can conceal carry this pretty well, and I'm 5'8", a little over 220. So this does fit nicely. I do appendix carry, and I really have no complaints with this gun so far. The slide lock and takedown lever, they're pretty nice. They're not too small, not too big. Let me just show you guys real quick. So that slide, it does extend out a little bit, if you guys can see that right there. And the slide takedown lever, it does stick out good enough, so I like the way it feels. The magazine release button is ambidextrous, so you can take this out and flip it so that it comes out the other side. For those of you who are left-handed, that's nice. The only thing I don't believe, yeah, no, the slide release and takedown lever are ambidextrous. But yeah, if any of you guys have this gun, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the color too. I feel like it looks really nice. Let me know what your thoughts are. There are some people saying that these guns do tend to rust. I haven't had any issues with that, and I did a lot of research on them before buying one, because I just feel like at that price point you shouldn't have to worry about it. However, the only part that I do see that has rust is a tiny bit right here on the bottom of that mag. I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but that really doesn't bother me because I had my Springfield Hellcat Pro, and the same thing. It was a metal magazine, and it had a little bit of rust too, but I cleaned it one side and done shooting, and it comes off. So this one I'm sure will do the same thing. Besides that, just normal wear and tear, a little bit of marking right there on the top. Yeah. Oh, one other thing, let me know in the comments if you would conceal carry this. People have this thing about SIGs that they say they go off on their own, specifically the P320. I believe it's the M17, but I really haven't heard anybody saying anything about the P365 line going off, any of them at all. I carry one in the head for sure. So yeah, let me know if you guys would conceal carry this gun. I have no problem doing it because I put about 500 and a little over 500-ish rounds through this gun, and I feel like it is earned my trust. I'll say that. I feel like it earned my trust when it comes down to protecting my life and those around me. So One more thing I do want to mention about this gun is the trigger. Speaking of, show you guys it's clear yet. Took the trigger, the magazine out, there's nothing in there. The trigger is a flat face trigger, pretty much. Just the bottom has a little bit of a tail right there. The trigger is really nice. I like the way that trigger is. It has no trigger safety, and really all that means is there's like normally on like a Glock or something, you'd have that little blade in the middle that has a trigger safety. So if you don't push that in, the trigger won't go back at all. This one doesn't have that, but remember, if you're not trying to destroy anything, don't aim your gun first. Don't put your trigger, or first of all, don't put your finger on the trigger, and don't aim the gun at something you're not willing to destroy. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the trigger right now. So this trigger is I believe this is a 5.5 pound trigger. It's really nice. That's the break, and the reset right here. Not too bad of a reset. Then break again. I really like it. Another thing I like about the SIG is the only thing that's serialized on here is their fire control unit. So what that means is you can take the whole trigger assembly and everything out, and it's all one piece. And you can buy new frames, you can buy new slides, and drop that fire control unit straight into the new frame, and it's completely legal because none of the grip or slides are serialized, and they can ship it straight to your door. So that's pretty cool. You can get like a metal frame, different color frames, different slide without a comp, add a threaded barrel, stuff like that. So this gun really does have a lot of stuff that you can customize with it. It's pretty customizable, and there's a pretty good variety of companies out there that make aftermarket parts for this, as far as grips, attachments like magwell lights, optics, new iron sights, raised iron sights, different back plate, the back strap you can get. I know Radian makes one that's all metal with a magwell as well. I'll definitely be shooting it in a video coming up, so stay tuned for that. Take it to the range and give you guys a nice POV. Once I get my correct key for my TLR7X sub, I'll be showing you guys what it looks like in the holster, and with the optic and everything, you know, dressed all up and looking pretty.